Hi friends, how's everybody today? I hope everybody is doing great, having a wonderful Saturday afternoon. It's another beautiful day. I think we are having some extraordinary spring weather the last couple days. It's been wonderful. We've had horrible fog in this area like we have not had in many, many years. There's been so many accidents in the last couple of weeks. The fog has been incredibly bad. But that's not what I wanted to talk about today. Actually, I wanted to talk about something that I've been experiencing and going through the last couple of months. And I'm going to go back a little bit farther, about 2 years, when I started getting vertigo. And it would happen from time to time, and nothing too serious. And my doctor was not concerned about it. And then November and December, I was having a lot of dizzy spells. And then I would also have a dull headache every time I would have a dizzy spell. And I just thought it was just the vertigo. And my doctor had told me before that it has to do with the crystals down in your ears and such and such. So I didn't get too carried away with it or get too concerned with it. And then they continued happening. And I remember I went to Vegas over Christmas, and I had a headache the whole time that I was gone. And a few dizzy spells, but I had this continuous headache mostly through the month. Whoops, sorry. And then right after I got home, I came home on the 26th, the day after Christmas. And then it was about a week after that or so. And I went in and I had blood work done because I knew my annual appointment was coming up in January. So the 1st of January, I had my blood work done, but I also had an episode that was horrible. And I got very dizzy. I had the dull, continuous headache, but my brain felt like mush. And I felt very weak, very tired, and very slow. And even though I could talk and I could think, I felt like I was very slow getting the words out. And I told my daughter this, and she wanted to take me to emergency. And this was like the 3rd day after the initial dizzy spell and headache, but it had lasted for about 3 days. And I told her no, I would be fine. I was feeling much better. And she said, "Well, what if I make you go?" I said, "No, I'm okay. It's good." And then she threatened to put me in the car and drag me there, and I said, "No, I'll be fine, okay?" Well, that's the stubborn part of me, and not wanting to think that, there's anything really wrong. So I proceeded to go to my doctor's appointment. Well, she told me that she looked at my blood and had told me, "Well, your cholesterol continues to go up and you really need to start taking your statins." And I've been telling her no for years and years and years that I am not going to take statins because I've heard of so many horrible things with statins. I didn't want to take them. But I've been thinking more and more about it now after what has happened. And when I told her what had happened and the incident that I had had, she said, "Well, thank you, but you just gave me a heart attack." And she said, "I'm very concerned about what happened." And so she said, if it ever happens again, that I am to go straight to emergency. Well, then I got a little freaked out as well. So she ordered an MRI and it was finally approved, and I have one scheduled this week. And of course, she's concerned with mini strokes. And also, I'm a little concerned with that. However, after that last incident, I have been feeling really, really well. And I've had a lot of energy. I've felt strong. I've felt get up and go, and I have felt wonderful this past month. However, I am going for the MRI and to see what's going on with my brain. So I would like to know if any of my other seniors out there have experienced a mini stroke, and what your side effects were, what your symptoms were. How are you feeling now? Did it only happen once? Has it happened several times? What went on with you? And I didn't feel any pain in my arms or anything. I did get a little bit like short-winded. Not that I couldn't breathe, and maybe that was just anxiety, but I felt the shortness of breath as well. So anyway, I would really like to hear your comments, and if you all have experienced that and how you got through it, if it just went away, if you had any side effects, and did they do anything about it? What was the conclusion? Did you have MRIs? Just whatever you can tell me. I would really appreciate hearing that and just have a chat back and forth about it. But I will definitely come back on after, probably next weekend after the MRI, and let you all know exactly what it was and what the game plan is. Hopefully it's just a minor thing and life goes on. But I would really appreciate if you guys would give me a thumbs up, a like, and please leave me your comments. I would love to hear them, and I will read them. I will answer any comments, and I would love to do the chat. So the rest of my day, I've got to get my boys outside and get them for a run, and that will be my day. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday and enjoy every minute of it, and be blessed and be safe, and thanks for watching.